Think. Have you ever imagined a boat so big it could fit 2 of every animal in the whole world? That sounds like a super-duper mega zoo on water, right? Well, today we're diving into an amazing true story about a man named Noah, a gigantic boat, and a promise that changed the world forever. A long, long time ago, the world was a beautiful place, but people weren't being very kind to each other. That made God very sad. 2. But there was one man, Noah, who was different. Noah was a good and kind man who loved God with all his heart. So, God came to Noah with a super important, super secret mission. God said, "Noah, I'm going to wash the world clean with a great big flood, like a giant bath time for the whole earth. But I want to save you, your family, and all the animals." Imagine Noah's surprise. God gave him the blueprints for the biggest project ever. "I want you to build an ark," God explained. An ark is just a really, really, really big boat. God told Noah exactly how long, how wide, and how tall to make it. It was going to be massive, with 3 stories, lots of rooms, and 1 big door. Noah didn't hesitate. He gathered his son Shem, Ham, and Japheth. They got to work. Can you imagine the sound? Sawing wood, hammering nails, day after day. People probably walked by and scratched their heads. A giant boat on dry land? "Noah, are you sure about this?" they'd ask. But Noah trusted God's plan, even when it seemed a little strange to others. He kept on building, hammering, and preparing, knowing God had a very good reason. As the ark started to take shape, something incredible began to happen. The animals started arriving. Not in a messy stampede, but in a perfectly orderly line, 2 by 2. Big, tall giraffes ducking their heads to get in. Slow, steady turtles waddling up the ramp. Lions and lambs walking slower. Imagine seeing 2 fluffy pandas, 2 slithery snakes, 2 chirpy bluebirds, and even 2 wiggly worms. God sent a male and a female of every single kind of animal on earth right to Noah's doorstep. They all paraded onto the ark, finding their cozy spots inside. It must have been the most amazing parade ever. Finally, the ark was finished, and every animal was safely inside. Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives all went inside too. Then, God himself gently closed the giant door. For 7 days, they waited. And then, it began. Drip, drop, drip, drop, drip, drop. At first, it was just a little rain. But soon, the drips turned into a downpour. Rain poured from the sky, and water bubbled up from the ground. It rained and rained for 40 days and 40 nights without stopping. Slowly, the giant ark began to float. The water rose higher and higher, covering the fields, the trees, and even the tallest mountains. Outside, there was a huge, stormy flood, but inside the ark, Noah, his family, and all the animals were safe and dry. Can you imagine the sounds inside? The gentle rocking of the boat, the pitter-patter of rain on the roof. Myths with the roar of a lion, the trumpet of an elephant, and the oink of a pig. Noah and his family were busy. They had to feed everyone, clean their rooms, and make sure all the animals were happy. It was a lot of work, but they were all in it together. After many, many days, the rain finally stopped. The ark floated on the water for months until one day, bump, there landed on the top of a mountain called Ararat. Noah was so excited. He opened a window and sent out a raven. The raven flew around and came back. A little later, Noah sent out a dove. The dove couldn't find any dry land, so it came back too. Noah waited 7 more days and sent the dove out again. This time, the dove returned with a fresh olive leaf in its beak. An olive leaf, feet. That meant the water was going down and plants were starting to grow again. Noah's heart was filled with hope. He waited one more week and sent the dove out for a final time. This time, the dove didn't come back. It had found a new place to build its nest. The world was ready. Then, God spoke to Noah. "It's time to come out, Noah. You and your family, and all the animals with you." Noah opened the huge door, and the bright sunshine streamed in. One by one, they all came out onto the fresh, clean earth. The animals ran, hopped, and flew off to fill the world again. What a joyful sight! Noah was so thankful that he built an altar to thank God for keeping them safe. And then, God made a very special promise. He put a beautiful, colorful rainbow in the sky. He said, "This is the sign of my promise. I promise to never again send a flood to cover the whole earth." Whenever you see a rainbow, you will remember that I always keep my promises. So, the next time you see a rainbow stretching across the sky after a storm, you can smile. You can remember the story of Noah, the amazing ark, and the wonderful promise that God made to all of us. It's a beautiful reminder that even after the biggest storms, there is always hope, new beginnings, and a colorful promise waiting for us. Thanks for joining me on this incredible adventure today. If you had fun, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next story. See you next time.